afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, here of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to the exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossing in the Woods between the South. Dreadreapr fighting here for the United States of America for the 2nd Armored Division here with the Rifle Company immediately chosen. We got infantry and pack catapults here for them versus in the north, Moonchild. I know it says Romeo, but it's basically Moonchild under another name, fighting here for the Wehrmacht, for the Reich, for the 210th Infanterie Division, tasked with holding this vital crossing for the Wehrmacht. And we got MD42's going to do this on the way. He's got all infantry bulletins. He's got here Lightning Roar, Blitzkrieg, and Spearhead Doctrine available to him with a Stuka close edge, but certainly a recurring ability alongside tactical movement and reconnaissance overfly bit as well, I believe. There's a bit there sort of going on for him. There's also 2 options there of Tiger tanks for Moonchild. My gun is MD42 versus double rifle now out from Dreadreapr. He who dreads to reap what he sows. Pushing up west here, going for the viewpoint down there, but that's already where Dreadreapr is sort of initially focusing. Some Moonchild may encounter some difficulties there already here within the few first minutes of the match. We got a second of escort down the way. Pioneers and they're moving towards the east, where there's pretty much no Americans whatsoever, at least not for the time being. There we go, first engagement. There's Rapid Rifle out and open negative cover. MD42 could try to set up here to support as well. There we go, Robinson lost, but they're closing in there. There's still 5 men, but oh, there we go. Losses quickly occurring on both sides. Men dropping like sacks of meat. And there go Risson crossing over. There we go, kicking up the name of Hot Rifle Squad. He needs to be halted as well. There we go, Chancer. There we go. Large force hold up here. Glennis continuing to fight versus Rifleman. He needs to get back into cover though. Needs to get back into cover. Scheisse, Moonchild. There we go, Risson's pushing back, and MD42 Grenadiers pushed off as well. Grenadiers going up there. Still be able to do some damage with MD42 grabbing eastern few points, so basically while Dreadreapr's occupied here, Moonchild is securing the rest of the east. The 2 Grenadiers there, 1 Pioneer, 1 MD42, MD42 taking on loss, but they got Grenadiers around to save the day for the Wehrmacht. Or at least attempt to. We got veteran rifle call on here by Dreadreapr Risson flanking in. There we go, that is pretty much causing Moonchild position here to collapse like a poorly made cake. Grenadiers are reinforcing. He could transfer in more Grenadiers here, or another MD42, so trying to hold some of the flanks open and suppress as many damn dirty armies as he possibly can. Scheiße, Helmut, run for it or we'll end up dead like Scheiße. Not you too, Helmut. God damn it. Grabbing points there, continue to secure the east. And Grenadiers there reinforcing as well. Dreadreapr quickly building up a territorial advantage there against Moonchild. With his 3rd Grenadier squad on the way, got full rifle here for Dreadreapr. Who of course then said consider either taking up quickly, either company command post or platoon command post. Of course there's also up here getting weapon racks. Of course he's gone here for rifle company, so really he's going to be seeing some flair first. And people, most of them who tend to go for this doctrine, tend to then ignore getting any sort of BARs, despite, you know, they can then further increase the anti-infantry firepower of the unit, in particular a bit longer ranges. But there you go, Moonchild is ready to strike once more here for the Wehrmacht, going towards the west again. He is relentless. Like a Teutonic light juggernaut, he keeps pushing forwards. No tech up there, 3 Grenadiers, 1 MD42, 1 Pioneer there versus 4 Riflemen, and there we go, tech up here for Moonchild. Tommy there fell over dead on the ground. A Kar-98 bullet shattering his skull and his brain and his nose. Rather than the flanking hard against the MD42, no coverage there, no infrastructure really for support, and there we go. Dreadreapr successfully pushes off the MD42 crew. They're leaving the Grenadiers in a pretty precarious situation for them to retreat. By the same time, it's pushing towards the now exposed western viewpoint, whereas Dreadreapr is now pushing towards the exposed eastern viewpoint. So both they're having some elements exposed, and both getting punched in those exposed parts. There you go, almost done there with teching for Mr. Dreadreapr, though there's been no teching whatsoever, at least not right now. Grabbing the fuel point there for the Wehrmacht. Rifle moving up there. Not the best position here with this shed. I mean, this is more of a shed, more suited for machine guns, or at least some of those BAR. I mean, they can do some damage, but in this case it's more, just absorbing fire from the enemy without necessarily suffering too greatly. But otherwise, this is not exactly going to go down in history as one of the greatest fortresses in history. I mean, this is just basically a ship with a few windows. Come on, guys, don't worry, the crouch can't hurt us, but, sir, this is wood. Yeah, but it's German wood, you know, really tough stuff. Yeah. No, it says made in France. Really? No, I'm clearly not sure about this. Rather than getting suppressed by the MG42, getting veterans one opening up for incendiary around. Scooter, we got light mechanism company going up there, going straight for the car front here. Moonchild pushes onwards. Catching Dreadreapr with their bit off guard, coming off at least. Well, in theory, they're off from his resource, but there's not really much cut off there. I mean, plus this central victory point connects, so I mean, it's a bit of a, you know, hollow gesture. Aha! Look at this. I've theoretically cut you off from your resources, but really I haven't. But I could if I wanted to. Yeah. So be scared of me, Herr Amerikaner. Be scared. Shaking your little boots. But there you go, he's gone for the captain, he's quickly up ahead of the pack howitzer. No surprise to the pack howitzer, it's gotten a lot popular. Though that is, I believe, going to get nerfed alongside the lightest infantry should see, as what we learned there from the recent Relic stream. A lot of units that are currently overperforming will be looked into. That also includes centaurs and crocodiles for those curious. And there's also some bigger announcement regarding the patch to come next week, Wednesday. So be sure to follow on the Relic stream there or on my Facebook page for afterwards, since I'll probably be posting bits there, including any links to it if necessary. We got sort of now map sort of switching 180 degrees then, sort of who controls what. First was a north-south divide, now it's a west-east divide here between the two sides. They're Captain moving heavy, got a half track up there. He's getting the Flam Panzer upgrade. There looks like support from a nearby Panzer or Panzer Grenadier Division. Almost got it ready, almost, and there we go. Flame projectors ready to burn those damn dirty Yankees, yeah. Quick anti-tank rifle near the damned engine of the Flampanzerwagen, and of course the Flampanzerwagen itself. Grenadiers moving in, burning away there, leaving the Americans quite a bit hot. Following up with a Pack 40 hit just in case that Dreadreapr of course hits him. You've seen the captain, so Stuart is certainly not a far-fetched assumption that I might actually be sent after Moonchild right there. So need to pull back that Flampanzerwagen and get it sorted out. I can't imagine it's very comfortable for the crew either. You know, I don't really like this. I'm driving around in a half-track filled with volatile flamethrower fuel. I'm a bit worried, to be honest, Dieter. Yeah, well, you know, you're in the German army. You've got a lot of other things to be worried about as well, so, you know, focus on what's ahead of you, and that's a lot of Americans that need to be burned really good.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Rather than moving hand grenadiers firing back, in response, no light machine guns, partly of course again because it's spent so much beneath on the flank after. We're actually seeing another MG42. It's a bit rare to see Vanguard players nowadays to get more than one MG42. It's not necessarily a bad idea, even if you're not necessarily going to get it right away. Later on can always help you, you know, control the battlefield, make it hard for the enemy infantry to move about as easily, and so on. But there you go, we got the Packard firing there with its 75mm gun. Waiting for someone to fix it. We've got Telemines down there from Moonchild. He's clearly worried about the flank there from Dreadreapr through the right side.
The Maschinengewehr team is awaiting orders.
Going for an ambulance there. No sign of upgrades, but we do of course have a lot of flamethrowers now being added to Dreadreapr's riflemen. Trying to defend that western fuel point. Ambulance arrives here for Dreadreapr. And the Flampanzerwagen is quite already the exact opposite of an ambulance, since it puts people into the hospital and doesn't save them. It lights them on fire. Rather than the fire from the Grenadiers, but still Grenadiers also shot. We've got the pack out there joining in with a few good hits. Flampanzerwagen moves in, of course has quick range. We still need to be careful there with not getting too close, otherwise it's going to get within an anti-tank grenade range, which of course the Germans also had. Fun fact there. Flampanzerwagen advancing there against the riflemen. Bazooka rockets there flying from the captain. Anti-tank rifle there, so we've got the infantry supporting now. And there you go, damage, and again Flampanzer in this case wasn't able to do too much, but still did some damage. It did some killing on the right flank. Rifle pushing ahead with double flamethrowers. Grenadiers basically in this case too spread out, and well, no real support there to really hold back against this kind of forceful development from Dreadreapr's side. Rushing out a bunker there for Moonchild. And a steward there, but I don't think we're seeing the captain actually rush the production. That is something here that Dreadreapr could consider using the captain, supervise it, and force it out. Nothing further up here in the base, at least for the time being here. We got well, the steward's still on the way. Moonchild could try taking up here.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
And Flampan's bottom, of course, is going to need some repairs again. Those getting close, effectively, too. Once they're grabbed, captain hanging about, they're waiting behind the tree. We're going to swing it on the fire for the captain, rifling there as well. Go, pack out joining him. We've got a retreat there. And finally, we've got some armor out here in the field. Dreadreapr calls up the M5A1 Steward light tank. And again, another push for here, and again, fortress shed turns out to be not much of a fortress. Probably a good time to actually have the steward strike here rather than trying to strike up here with the actual anti-tank gun, and where Moonchild's really expecting the attacks to come there from Dreadreapr. Of course, question is, will Dreadreapr realise this was just going to keep bashing his head for free, just rely on absolute brute force to overcome Moonchild? Got a second pack 40 there in the way for Moonchild. Steward sets out there, can this way almost wiped out here as the captain creeps through the slight woods, and the steward is flying around in the water. Still not repairing the flame for a half tank, still not taking up either. Dreadreapr is not either, but he can actually do it if he wants to. He just isn't. There goes some action on the right flank. We got a unit by the way all the way up here, basically a re-echelon squad, ready to suppress anyone with their carbines. You could have just as well laid down a fighting position with a 50 cal and then move the re-echelons around there, grabbing territory behind Moonchild's lines, but he's not. Either way, though, Dreadreapr's now got all victory points. He's got most of the map. He's got both fuel points. He's almost got both munitions points. I mean, Moonchild is in what you call a bit of a pickle at the moment. And perhaps somewhat of his own devising, because of course he just kept sort of trying to focus it, push through into them, maybe just deciding, you know, he needs to try and push elsewhere and again focus there. So that's rather giving Dreadreapr a bit to work with, at least for the time being. Double MD42 is firing in their pack, firing that is moving up, no support from the pack while the Flampans are wagging. Flamecraft should be able to force up those riflemen quite easily. Keeps going with the gun list, so what is Moonchild here thinking? He's very close to throwing this gun list there. Basically freeing Dreadreapr with some free kills and free kills. There we go. Oh, rifle points chose poorly there. At least they got a bit lucky. They didn't suffer too much from choosing the back door right in front of the German step of the front door, which would have pretty much saved them from most enemy fire. Plus actual fire. There you go, going for the victory point. Moonchild is realising he perhaps has to spread a bit more towards these two flanks. So just trying to get focused down here again, where the pack house can also more to disrupt his advances. Steward setting out for United States. And there you go, Flampan marches forward here to deal with the ensconced American infantry, but the captain has always proved to be quite the nuisance here towards the flame for a half-track crew. Still no sign of Dr. Never. Moonchild's pioneer assaulted by the Steward light tank. No take up either. Moonchild really needs to make a decision, I think, sort of where he wants to go and how he wants to do it. There we go, Grenadier is pushed away. Moonchild certainly seems to be having a hard time gaining any kind of momentum, but there we go, finally some tech up there for Moonchild. Dreadreapr not really considering any tech up at the moment, so there might be a slight chance for Moonchild to pull something off. Perhaps a support armor core and then rushing out some kind of Panzer, Stug or Ostwind, so they'll try and catch Dreadreapr by surprise for that, pushing back, do some damage. Oh, well, he's getting more anti-tank, and so clearly Dreadreapr was worried about enemy armor, but considering he's gone rival company, I think he could actually be easily rushing towards an EC8 if he wanted to, but here's the thing, he isn't. Which does strike me as a bit odd, in particular considering he's got both fuel points at the very moment here. Would figure he'd try then to go for a rifle well, EC8 tank units to really challenge Moonchild as quickly as possible, but for whatever reasons Dreadreapr is not thinking about that. He's instead going here for several M157mm tank guns. So that's a slightly peculiar decision there from Dreadreapr in the face of Moonchild, who's now pushing more towards these, realising perhaps the west is not the best place. Not the best setup there. The MD-42 lacks a spotter, lacks anything to screen, of course all set up in such a manner that, you know, there's a big huge gap from around here. So there we go. We also got grenades up now for Dreadreapr, opening up of course also for smoke. Pet-40's been doing about there. We go. Flam pads right sending out. Palmer Core going up here for Moonchild. Wonderful. Wunderbar even. It's time for the game analysis. Current situation is Dreadreapr at the moment is leading in terms of damage. Kills wise, they're also extremely close, and that's problematic again here for Moonchild because, well, you know, he's supposed to have the smaller force overall. He's not supposed to be sort of bleeding out that much, but yet at the moment Moonchild is rather behind Dreadreapr here, so that's a bit problematic. I mean, he's really going to have to bet on his Apomacal Rush to still do a lot of damage there to Dreadreapr. Army value wise, again, we're seeing here right now, Dreadreapr's quite ahead. Points held, also notable advantage there, except for a brief point in time for Moonchild. It's rather Dreadreapr there leading as well. That's not to say it's all game over there. I mean, he's not exactly suffered huge losses. He's got some units that can do some damage there, and of course he soon might have the arm advantage, at least temporarily. So again, there are chances here for Moonchild to really work out. And I really need to stop calling him Romeo. That's of course an entirely different guy. But if you can pull it off, there might be a good chance that maybe an Austrian will hit the infantry, deal with a Stuart to prepare for any armour that Dreadreapr might get, or Panzer, of course, to sort of do both in order of really excelling in either direction. Also, though, he needs to choose a doctrine. I mean, one option could be Blitzkrieg and I could be Lightning One, in which case he could upgrade grenadiers with G43s, could use tactical movement, relief infantry, would supply more troops in the long run, plus close air support. There'll also be Tiger tanks. I mean, those could also be good options here. Same almost here, with some minor differences, and Spearhead. I mean, he could go for a mortar after considering the playstyle there of Dreadreapr, but I don't think it's going to be the most effective one. So it's either going to be Lightning One or Blitzkrieg from Moonchild, I suspect. Otherwise, one thing to consider here is some Panzer Grenadiers here from Moonchild to really challenge the American infantry under the command of Dreadreapr, who's actually researched weapon racks. I mean, he could of course then consider actually getting some BARs for the rifle, even with a flamethrower. I mean, it really does help just a bit more. Of course, he could equip some with bazookas to prepare for any vehicles or armor that might arrive there for Moonchild. But let's return to the fight, to the battle. Victory points wise, by the way, Moonchild is in a heap of trouble. Still. Grabbing on the Grenadiers being put back. Flam Panzer back and sitting forwards. There you go, almost Grenadiers just got their wipe, and there you go, Flam Panzer just burning away, lighting the area on fire. Almost 50 feet, there we go, Americans responding back with a flamethrower. Ha! How you like that, you crap bastard? They're in a half-track, yo. They can't feel it. There you go, stun rounds there from the Stuart. Almost got the Flam Panzer back, and almost charging through the Pack 40 setting up. But the Stuart is too close, as he can't quite fill up, in particular in this area. And there you go, got the flame for a half-track, but the Stuart might just get away with it. Almost got the Stuart, but it's not down. It is not down for the fight. It gets away. By the looks of it, there's only an MD-43, and that's not even switching out to incendiary rounds, which would really be its best chance of doing something serious to the Stuart. So there we go, veteran run for the Stuart, flame for a half-track, not that is going to hurt Moonchild here quite a bit, but he can soon go for Stug or Flak Panzer or a Panzer IV here, so really he's going to be able to hit Dreadreapr quite heavily back in the face though he wants, but something does need to happen there. There we go, we got the Flak Panzer, he's basically deciding, okay, Stuart, lots of infantry. I'm going for a Flak Panzer to really push against Dreadreapr here, who has finally, by the way, teched up, but again, he's not exactly rushing towards an EC8 when he could be doing so. Ostland on the way, Flak Panzer IV. Based on the Panzer IV, was one of 3 tanks basically based on it, the anti-aircraft. You had the Möbelwagen, which is sort of the first to sign, use both a 37mm gun or a quad, well, flak feeling. Sort of operate a bit like the former commanders back after the sides of the base sort of fell down to sort of allow the gun to shoot at ground targets. And then you of course had the Wirbelwind with its own flak feeling mount.
Flak Panzer has arrived.
There you go. Ostwind out. forces pinned out. The MD42 finding a way, pinning down the rifleman rather horrifically. These reinforcing, preparing some type of a doctrine there from Moonchild. Search probably trying to sound. There we go. We're actually seeing a wipe there against Dreadreapr. That is going to hurt. That is going to hurt. And that wasn't even the flak puncher doing. That was an MD42 wiping out a rifle squad that apparently had been forgotten a bit there by Dreadreapr. That's unfortunate for him. But there we go. We got bazookas up. We even got BARs being handed out there, so that's good. That is good. It seems like only one bazooka here for the reassurance. We could perhaps consider two, but either way, flak from this one gets some rifle, needing some damage at the base. Captain reassurance moving up there. We've got the pack cutter firing in as well. Anti-tank guns are basically not reacting whatsoever. Let the other guys handle it, man. That's not our job. I think it is, Jack. I do think it is. There you go, flak punch taking quite a bit of damage there. Down to half health already. Not the best, encounter there with the American army, with all those bazookas flying in its general direction. And he's going here for third MD42. Now that's actually rather unheard of, but again, not necessarily a bad idea. With all that veteran rifleman there from Dreadreapr. MD42 should contain a bit more, though of course they do have smoke screens, so it's of course not going to be foolproof, but it might just do the trick. So, Moonchild here pushing back aggressively, using the flak punch to some extent there, and at the same time Dreadreapr seems to have fallen a bit defensive. There you go though. MD42 about to get grenaded, Packard running in, just let it get out of there. MD42 lost here to the American army. Might be able to just steal it here, that's going to hurt Moonchild quite a bit there. Producing a problem there, almost got the flak punch at one kill still. And it's about to get wiped out. Careful, Moonchild. Ah, scheisse.
We are suffering losses.
Unit utterly annihilated there. That's both a Grenadier and an MD42. That is going to hurt Moonchild here and his prospects, since that does put Dreadreapr with a larger force. And there you go, he's getting the EC8. He's almost halfway done with it. And all Moonchild's really got to throw at it. It's a flak panzer. He's got two Pack 40s as well. But
our opponents are seizing a sector.
They are rather spread out, which means it's easier for the EC8 to deal with them if Dreadreapr isn't complete putts. There you go, replacement Grenadiers, no replacement Panzer Grenadiers there for Moonchild. I do think he would have benefited from that a bit. And there we go, doctrine has been chosen. It is Lightning War, and there we go, we got the EC8 out there, named for its suspension system. Specifically that bit, the E8. Which made the ride a bit smoother and overall faster, I believe.
We are in a dangerous situation. 100 points remaining.
We're setting out there to hunt down some Krauts. 100 points left there for Moonchild, looking pretty grim there, pretty grim. We should consider Stug. Sturmgeschütz. No, that's the focus on actually grabbing those big bombs. Plus, he needs that flak puncher repaired. In that regard, getting a second pioneer is what would be quite helpful. There you go, Pack 40 up into the Steward, down to close to half over there. There's another 50 caliber machine gun there, which could be added to the EC8. And again, he might be planning more upgrades for his regular troops, including perhaps another bazooka there for the re-echelons. And we got Dreadreapr adding in with his own MD42 here to the front and games, suppressing some of Moonchild's defending infantry. Good work there, good work there. Flak panzer ready, more or less. EC8 joining in the fight here. Firing cracks from machine guns, whole machine guns, plus the main gun here, some damn Fritzes. Plus rifle and flamethrowers joining in. Goody goody. And then salvation here from the air, it would seem. Still close as well, some hit support from the 10th Infanterie Division. And there we go, strikes at the EC8. Does a bit of damage, they need to pull it back, they need to pull it back. Not try to remain in the circle. Dreadreapr, you can actually see it right there. As long as you're within that circle, they will pursue you, they will annihilate you. So they're flanking, stunning it, but of course, have to remember there's a Pack 40 right next to it. He's not moving the EC8. Oh! Gear plus, it's a Pack 40 here. I think Dreadreapr might have made a mistake there. Actually, he did. I'm not entirely sure what kind of mistake. But perhaps he didn't see that, but he can actually see that even as the enemy. That again, it does give you a sort of way of sort of trying to avoid these, but either way, he parked within, then got hit by the EC Pack 40 plus a strike there from the Luftwaffe. That was a bit silly there by Dreadreapr, but that might actually just give Moonchild here a bit further an opening there. The student did manage to get away, but that was also pretty close. And to tank this game there. Going for those victory points as quickly as can. He's down to 80 here. Looking rough, but at the same time closing in on the Tiger tank, which seems to be what he's aiming for here. No Stuke, no nothing else. Of course, with the Luftwaffe and the Pack 40 taking care of that EC8, the Stuke might not be quite as immediately needed, in which case he can allow himself to go for the Tiger tank here. But had Dreadreapr displayed a bit more tactical acumen there, that could have looked a bit more different there for Moonchild, and he might not have been allowed to sort of go for that. He's getting another MD42, really. He's going for 3 MD42s. He's absolutely charmed to have them. Of course, for all the victory points he has, I mean, of course, the victory point in this situation as well, I can understand it. I mean, he's going to allow him to better control the situation. And certainly, I mean, veteran D3 riflemen also, I do believe a bit tough to suppress, you know, can still be suppressed, and that's of course also another reason to get more MD42s. There you go, that's the 4th MD42 in a match there from Moonchild. That's sometimes an active scene of ammo player goes so heavily into MD42 player. Like that, and we got another pack there on the way. Other one could be secured here, but Dreadreapr looks like he's starting to step. He's got to push for the centre. We got the MD42 quickly overwhelmed. Leaving the centre there open, a victory point as well. MD42 then needs to be careful, but there we go. Really need to be halted here by the veteran crew. Rifleman looks like they're trying to flank in. Flak Panthers need to get back in the fight. And they're getting very close to that Tiger tank. Very close. And a replacement EC8 there for the one lost to the Luftwaffe. And their Kanonenvogel, or cannon birds. Which are basically sort of the last variant on the Stuka, since they're sort of trying to get the most out of it. As the war progressed, the case became less and less useful sort of initial configuration, so they're sort of trying different things with that, included basically using it as a sort of ground attack aircraft with sort of anti-tank guns mounted to it. So of course you also have the much bigger Henschel with a 75mm cannon, as we had for example in Council in the first couple of Heroes. There you go, grabbing the gun, BR Rifleman holding, supporting, we need to pull back, that's the absolute waste. The veteran if you Rifleman with a BAR, come on, Dreadreapr, get out of there! Run, you fool! You see it almost done here for Dreadreapr. There we go. We still got the steward here ready as well, so working those two together could be a potent strike there from Dreadreapr if handled properly, but almost Tigers well done here for Romeo. Almost. Quick Rifleman there. Bombarding, knocking out the anti-tank gun, MD42 forced away there. Pack 40 supporting. Steward there taking hits. Their veterans, you two need to be careful, Pack out of firing. Probably should try and grab the Pack 40 there with it. Uses bombardment, but we've got the Flak Panther, got another pack coming in. Tiger almost ready, just moments away. Easy, they need to be careful, So he's focusing all his attention and fire there on the MD crew. Allowing the Pack 40 then EC8 against the EC8. And there you go, Tiger has arrived. Schwer Panzerabteilung 5 und 5. Flying a Tiger 1 into the battlefield. Pioneers taking crossing losses from the Pack Howitzer. Black Panther strikes again, Veteran G1. Sometime away from Veteran G2. There you go, you see it bombarding, shooting away. Of course, Moonchild has to be careful, he doesn't end up putting too much away. They desperate to defend all 3 victory points. Of course, not forget the EC8 there. Pack 40 setting up the Cooper Bar. We got the Tiger in rough in a pretty bad position as well. Tiger arrives, rolls forward like a lumbering titan of Krupp steel. Grenadier still wiped out. That's going to hurt Moonchild. That is going to hurt. Flak Panther pulled back there for desperate repairs. Almost 52. At the machine gun, Moonchild. Good hit there from the Pack Counter. That's just constantly killing away there. Almost veteran defeated. Of course, he can use to try and bombard. Just means it's a high penetration and damage. Which rather means it's actually decently useful versus armour. If you can sort of aim it properly, but looks like Dreadreapr here's not thinking about it. Instead, we've got Bazooka Rocks there, rear of the Tiger Axe penetrated. Got Damage Engine as well. Damage Engine. Another rocket there penetrated. Almost got the MD42. EC needs to be prepared. He's not doing. We got the anti-tanker moving up. Need to be quick about it. Tiger pulling back there as rockets are flying in the same direction. We got the Luftwaffe striking in again. There we go, wiping out the pack howitzer crew. Almost got the anti-tank gun. Almost got the Raven there as well. MD42 versus MD42, there go Venti 2. Raven moving in within the line of arc of fire there. We got the flak panzer moving forward, quickly clearing out the ND and he's forcing away. Almost got the anti-tank and almost got the anti-tank. Really, they're firing away. We got flamethrower on them as well. They're coating the Americans. This is fine there. Going to anti-tank gun, utterly annihilated. MD42, they're blasting away with 1,200 rounds per minute.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Halting the American advance at any cost. Keep shooting, Siegfried. Even if they try to surrender, we cannot afford anything else. There we go. Heavy losses there in this open as the 37mm cannons they just rake away. And Dreadreapr surrenders under Moonchild's fanatical defense. And of course the Luftwaffe, always shocking when it actually arrives, shatters many American commanders' nerve. Well, probably would if again the Luftwaffe was more prevalent in the game currently than the United States Air Force. Not to say the Americans were actually good at that. Most of the aircraft weren't really suited for it. Fun fact there. Anyways, game over. Game over. That was rather close for Moonchild. An interesting startup, but a bit too focused in here. Basically just kept bashing into the defense of Dreadreapr. Bit too slow there. Sort of switching approach there. Had Dreadreapr perhaps put up more stalwart defense, not lost that third easily like that, and perhaps some other changes in there. I think Moonchild could easily have lost this one. I mean, this was pretty close then. I think it's relied on Dreadreapr again himself, then getting caught in just finding here instead of just going for the other 2 points. Had he gone for that, he could probably reposition, prepared again for a strike there from Moonchild, and just defeat him that way. But that didn't quite end up happening like that. So pretty damn close there. But in the end, Moonchild did prevail, partly here thanks to the intervention from the Luftwaffe, but also Tigers, flak panzers, and some grenadiers. I do think some panzer grenadiers would have helped him a bit more, and certainly though the MD42 is just getting a bunch of those actually worked out decently. It is rarer to see them, in particular in the late game, so it's not a bad idea to try and go them. I mean, most American players were not prepared for them, and also did a lot to halt Dreadreapr, and even his Vet 50 Raven then sort of struggled to sort of overcome this. That did allow Moonchild to hold the situation a bit better. But also, Dreadreapr needs to work a bit more with his armour play. There were some definite problems then. Again, the first one there, the first hit was wasted. I also do think he could have rushed the first one out much, much faster. That was, I definitely think, a big mistake there from Dreadreapr, allowing Moonchild's flak panzer there to have some real effect versus him, and actually forcing him more defensive and cautious. So there were some problems there. There were some problems there from Dreadreapr, which rather again gave Moonchild just the edge he needed, despite I think a lackluster start there from Moonchild. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you ideas for matches. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a new replay on or provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Deng saying cheers. Thank you all for watching, and see you another time. Bye.